Hey viewers, welcome back to our channel with a new video which is going to be so much interesting and so much terrifying for you guys, so who are actually so much soft hearted, or who have really weak heart. Please, I'm not sure that what is going to be on this video, so brace yourself, or please take someone else beside you so that you can scream if you have to, or you can even grab them when you are really scared. So today we're going to watch a video about serial killer, real life serial killer. How they commit their crime things. We are going to know about those things. This video really freaking me out, as you guys can hear that I'm fumbling so much and my hands are really shaking. So let's see what they have to show us.
10. Eileen Wuornos. She is one of the only female serial killers. Wuornos was abused during childhood.
Okay, let's just look at her. She really looks like a drug addict. Yeah, she really looks like a drug addict, and she really looks so much angry, so much with less emotion. Maybe there is no emotion in her. That's why she looks like this. A person's face tells more about so much about his or her personality, but look at her. She looks scary. Let's just know what was about her killing story, or I don't know.
And eventually became a prostitute to support herself.
Ooh.
She went to jail multiple times for
Right?
robbery, assault, and murder.
Whoa,
But her murder
lady,
began in
she got
1989. While her story often changed, Wuornos claimed all her...
She was abused when she was a child, and then she became she began selling herself just to maintain her lifestyle, or just to live for on the tender age. That's really sad. That's really sad, and you got our sympathy for that. But when you went jail for multiple times for robbery, assaulting, and many more things, this shouldn't happen. You could have found yourself a good job when you were, I don't know, I shouldn't judge you. I should not judge you. I'm just here to watch this video with you guys, and I'm not here to judge her. Let's not say anything else about her, and just watch what we got.
All her victims tried to rape her before she shot them. By 1993, she was convicted of 6 murders, and she was executed by...
She killed 6 people, and her story was used to change again and again, as she said that those victims who she shot, or who she killed, actually, they tried to rape her. Do you really believe so? I don't think that this is a real story, but what could I say?
Lethal injection 9 years later. In 2003, Wuornos' life story made it to the big screen, with Charlize Theron taking on the role of a monster.
To me, this world is nothing but evil, and all of us are full of evil one way or another.
Number 9.
Really?
Albert DeSalvo.
Really, lady? You guys are judging us. The whole human thing, you are just judging. Why? Who gave you that right? As you guys could see that she was yelling and she was fighting on courtroom. How disrespectful. Come on, lady, you committed crime and you should get punished, and you are just fighting on that courtroom, and you are showing your mid finger to the judge. How?
Boston Strangler. While DeSalvo took the fall for these crimes, evidence suggests they were committed by more than one person. Panic
He is really handsome. How could he be a serial killer? He should be a lady killer. I mean, on that fashion sense. But how could he be a serial killer? Let's know about him. I'm curious.
struck Boston in the early 60s when 13 single women between the
She was a lady killer and she killed 13 women. I mean, man, you are charming. You got charming personality, you got a charming face. Why do you have to kill those ladies?
the ages of 19 and 85 were sexually assaulted and strangled in their homes.
Oh.
The terror ended in 1964.
Just look at her. He got grace in his face. I mean, he is so handsome and so charming. Why would he kill those 13 ladies by strangling them? And he even raped them too, which is really disgusting. I might like your face, but I don't like you at all. That's really yeah. If you guys think that I'm being judgmental, yes, I'm being judgmental. Cause he who can't respect a woman is disrespectful for me. It's really making me angry now.
When DeSalvo was arrested for rape, he soon confessed to being the Boston Strangler and was sentenced to life in prison in 1967. To this day, some proclaim his innocence, but he was found murdered in jail in 1973.
Because now I'm going to tie you up. I'm going to leave. And I straddled her. So that her hands I was sitting on, really. Because she was really fighting viciously, trying to get
Oh my goodness.
for life.
Number 8. The Zodiac.
Oh my goodness. He even murdered in jail too. I mean, can you imagine that these guys are so much gutsy. My heart just beats too fast after seeing these kind of things.
Zodiac Killer. Identity unknown. The Zodiac Killer plagued California in the late 1960s and early 70s by stabbing and gunning down innocent people.
Ouch!
During
Why?
the spree, the killer sent letters to local newspapers and police in which he claimed responsibility for a total of 37 murders, though police only credited him with 5 stabbings and shootings.
Oh my
Zodiac
goodness.
also left coded messages he claimed revealed his true identity, but they were never cracked. The most prominent suspect
I mean, he is such a stylish serial killer among these 3 people. Can you imagine at that age he used to send letter to those people, those police on newspaper saying that he is going to kill some people, and he used to use codes which were never being decoded. I mean, they're really getting so much struggle to decode that codes. I mean,
suspect in this case was Arthur Lee Allen, who died of kidney failure in 1992. However, most experts agreed he was not the killer. The case remains unsolved. Number 7. David Berkowitz, the son of Sam or the .44 caliber killer. The
What?
son of Sam crimes terrified New York in the mid-1970s.
Oh my goodness.
Around the same time, Berkowitz allegedly joined a cult, and he later claimed his fellow cult members actually committed some of the crimes. For his own motive, he asserted that his neighbor's demon-possessed dog and
how could you guys kill people so much? This is really going beyond my tolerance level, and I'm really getting so much sick. Whoa!
instructed him to kill. He cryptically explained this to police and media in a series of letters. Finally,
Wow.
after receiving a parking ticket near one of his shootings, Berkowitz was captured. In 1978, he was sentenced to 365 years in prison for 6 murders and 7 attempted murders. He
Whoa.
has since become a born-again Christian and is a Number 6. Ted Bundy, the campus killer or lady killer. Law
What?
student Bundy used his charm and good looks to lure multiple women to their deaths. The turning point in his life came when he was dumped
He is not good looking at all in my eyes, if you guys ask me so.
by his first love. His first confirmed murders took place in the mid-1970s, and he continued to evade police across multiple states for years by using his forensic knowledge. To gain
Whoa!
his victims' trust, he dressed as an authority figure or with a cast. He then hit them over the head, raped,
Oh.
and then strangled them.
Oh my
Bundy
goodness.
blamed pornography for his crimes, and he admitted to over 30 murders, though many have not.
Okay, so he's accusing pornography for his murder skills or maybe something like that. He used to get dressed so much as like authority type of people and then hit those target people on their head. They are lady and he used to rape them and strangle them. I mean, how brutal you can be.
Not been confirmed. He died in the electric chair in 1989.
I've met a lot of men who were motivated to commit violence just like me. And without exception, every one of them was deeply involved in pornography without question.
Number 5. Dennis Rader.
So he sentenced death in an electrical chair, which is really, really painful. I mean, what if you get a little shock from your electricity line or electricity somewhere? Woof. You're worth it. You got it.
Rader, the BTK killer.
Got her a glass of water, comforted her a little bit, and then I went ahead and tied her up, and then put a bag over her head and strangled her.
On the exterior, Rader's life was normal. He was married, had kids, and held down steady jobs.
Wow.
However, in 1974, the BTK, or Bind, Torture, Kill killer, began murdering people in Kansas by various means. Shortly
Why?
thereafter, he taunted authorities with letters that described his crimes. Rader's last known murder was in 1991, and over a decade later, the case went cold with no suspect. However, in 2004, BTK resumed communications and made a number of mistakes that got him caught. Rader was sentenced to 10 consecutive life sentences with no possibility for parole for 175 years.
How could a family man be a serial killer? How could you be a serial killer? You had a wife, you had children. How could you turn into a serial killer? This is really, really, really sad and so much disgusting.
Number 4. Gary Ridgway, the Green River Killer.
Guilty.
He proved you can get away with murder, for a while. Ridgway was violent in his youth. At age 16, he stabbed a 6-year-old who survived. He eventually began frequenting prostitutes despite unwavering religious beliefs. In fact,
This is really so much. He stabbed a 6-year-old baby. Why? When he was 16?
many of his murder victims from the 80s and 90s were prostitutes or runaways whom he picked up, had sex with, strangled, then dumped near the Green River. After being suspected and cleared early in the investigation, Ridgway was finally arrested in 2001. He then confessed to 71 unconfirmed murders and was sentenced
71 murder. 71 murder. 71. 1, 2, 3, 4, 70. 70 plus 1 is equal to 71. He killed 71 girls who were maybe prostitute or who ran away from their home. He used to pick them up, have intimate relation with them, and then kill them, and then dumped to the river.
to 48 consecutive life terms in 2003. Number 3. Ed Gain, the Plainfield Ghoul or the Mad Butcher. This Wisconsin native inspired not one but 3 of the most famous movie killers. The effeminate Gain grew up with a deep attachment to his abusive mother, and he eventually decided he wanted to become a woman. Only 3 murders were actually attributed to him, but he was terrifying because he robbed graves and murdered in order to form a woman suit he could wear. When authorities searched his house after his capture, they found paraphernalia made of human body parts littering his home. Gain died of cancer while incarcerated for 1 murder.
Oh my goodness. How much disgusting, I mean, what is their level of disgustingness? I mean, I'm getting speechless. I'm getting really, my hands are getting really cold. My feet are also cold. I mean,
in a mental institution in 1984. Number 2, John Wayne Gacy, the killer clown. Gacy is why we're all afraid of clowns. This seemingly upstanding citizen dressed up as Pogo the Clown for local children's parties. However, behind the scenes, he molested teens who worked for him, in addition to other crimes. He spent 18 months in jail for sodomy before he moved and continued assaulting young boys.
Oh shit.
The murders...
I'm sorry for saying that word, but can you believe that he used to molest those teen boys who used to work for him? That's why people are scared of clowns. So much disrespect from my heart to you guys. Those serial killers, I meant.
Began in 1972. He mostly assaulted, then strangled employees of his landscaping company and other male youths, then buried them around his house. He was finally arrested at the end of 1978 and was convicted of 33 murders 2 years later. Gacy was executed by lethal injection in 1994.
Oh. So he used to kill those boys and bury them near his house. Can you just believe that? My goodness.
What was your initial emotional response?
Just to throw them down the crawl space. Get rid of them. Even once you buried somebody, it was already gone.
Number 1. Jeffrey Dahmer, the Milwaukee Cannibal, the Milwaukee Monster. Dahmer first became known to police as a registered sex offender. However, the murders began in 1978. Dahmer often picked up his male victims in gay bars and had sex with them before drugging and killing them. When the police finally searched his apartment, they found decomposing corpses and body parts, as well as photos of his victims in various states of torture. Dahmer is also said to have engaged in both necrophilia and cannibalism. In 1992,
okay, I can't take it anymore. He is a necrophiliac, and when he used to eat those people's flesh, and they found body part of those victims in his fridge and in his house. I mean,
he was sentenced to 15 life terms, but he was beaten to death by a fellow inmate 2 years into his term.
I should have stayed with God. I tried and failed and created a Holocaust.
Do you agree with our list? Which serial killer do you think?
Okay, so guys, that's all for today. I'm really speechless what to say. I mean, just comment below that which serial killer you think that was the brutal most. I mean, who do you hate most among these people? Just comment below and let me know that. I'm going to see you guys very soon with a new video, with a new episode, with something interesting, with something fun, with something informative. Till then, I'm saying goodbye to you guys. I will see you soon, and I love you guys.